lesson number 3 in our fraction greatness. Today we are going to continue finding the least common multiple so that we can make equivalent fractions, so that we can add and subtract fractions. So real quick, I'm going to set up my page. Remember, like I told you, when you're working on paper, I wish we had our whiteboards, right? When we're working on paper, at the bottom here, we're going to find our least common multiples. Our multiples go down here. At the top, we're going to find our equivalent fractions. Remember, equivalent fractions mean same fractions. We're going to find equal fractions that have the same bottom number so that we can add or subtract over here on this side of the paper. So let's take two fractions. I'm going to do 1/5 and 3/10. Now, because my fractions don't have the same bottom number, I can't add or subtract them. I have to find a way to get their bottom number the same. So I have to find my multiples. Let's come down here and find some. Here's some multiples of 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I think we can stop there. Some multiples of 10, easy. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. All right, let's take a look. See any that are the same? I see a couple that are the same. Wow. All right, I've got 30, I've got 20, and I've got 10. Which one should I choose? Remember back from earlier? Remember our lesson where we had to find the least common multiple? Well, we still have to do that. Which one is the smallest? I think 10. We're going to cross these out and we're going to stick with the number 10 because it's the smallest. So I'm going to come back up here so I can make my equivalent fractions. I'm going to put both denominators as 10. Oh, you thought you could try to escape it, but no, you can't. Here I go with my rap again, Mrs. Gordon's crazy jams. In fractions, you don't ever stop. What you do to the bottom, you do to the top. 10 times what equals 10? 10 times 1. In fractions, you don't ever stop. What you do to the bottom, you got to do to the top. I multiplied times 1 down here. Now I'm going to multiply times 1 up here. 3 times 1 is 3. Look, we have a complete fraction. 3/10 is equal to 3/10, isn't it? Now, take a look. In fractions, you don't ever stop. What you do to the bottom, you do to the top. We have to figure out what to do to the bottom first. 5 times what equals 10? 5 times 2 equals 10. In fractions, you don't ever stop. I told you you're going to get sick of me. What you do to the bottom, you do to the top. If we multiplied the bottom times 2, we multiply the top times 2. 1 times 2 is 2. Now, we have 2 sets of equivalent fractions. 3/10 is equal to 3/10. 1/5 is equal to 2/10. Now it's time for us to add these numbers together. We can add them together now because they have the same denominator, 10 and 10. We're going to add this time 2/10 plus 3/10 is 2 plus 3 is 5. 5/10. Awesome. Let's do another one, just for the fun of it. We're going to set up our paper again. I bet you're getting tired of my pink and red. We'll do blue and blue. Why not? Oh, purple and blue. All right, let's get our paper set up. Our equivalent fractions go up here. Our least common multiples go down here. Whoops. And we're gonna add or subtract over here. I think this time I'm gonna choose to subtract. This time, let me do two different numbers. Let's do 3/4 and 1/3. And that's gonna be minus. We're gonna subtract those. We can't subtract them yet because they don't have the same bottom number. We have to get the bottom number to be the same. How do we do that? We come down here to our least common multiples. 4 and 3. Oh, here comes the wonderful songs. 4, I have to think of this song. What is it? Shout it out so I can hear it. 4, 8, there we go. 12, 16, I almost forgot again. 20, 24, 28. You better be able to sing all of these songs for me when we get back to school. And how about the 3s? That one I'll always remember. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. All right, let's see, do we have any matches here? Oh, found one. I found 2. Okay, I've got 24 here, and I have 12 here. Remember, I'm looking for the least common multiple. So I'm gonna cross out my big numbers, and 12 it is. So I'm gonna come back up here and make a new fraction. Here's my 12. So now all that's left is for me to find equivalent fractions before I start to multiply. What do we have to do to 3 in order to make it 12? 3 times what equals 12? 3, 6, 9, 12. 3 times 4 is 12. In fractions, you don't ever stop. You thought I was gonna not do it, didn't you? In fractions, you don't ever stop. What you do to the bottom, you gotta do to the top. So 1 times 4 equals 4. Same thing up here. 4 times what equals 12? 4, 8, 12, 4 times 3. And in fractions, you don't ever stop. What you do to the bottom, you do to the top. 3 times 4, 3, 6, 9, 12. Ooh, I made a mistake. Did you catch it? You scribbled it out. Don't use marker like I do. If we multiplied 4 times 3, I've got to multiply 3 times 3. There we go. 3, 6, 9. Perfect. We have our 2 new fractions. This one's a little wonky. Sorry about that. We've got our 2 new fractions. We've got 9/12 and 4/12. I'm going to bring it over here so that I can subtract now because my denominators are the same. 12 and 12. 9/12 minus 4/12 is 9 minus 4. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. 5/12. There we go. That's our answer. Nice job, everybody. You made it through lesson number 3. You guys are going to be regular fraction scholars in a minute. Talk to you soon.